ईरान इजराइल अमेरिकी युद्ध को अब 2 हफ्ते से ऊपर का समय बीत चुका है। इसका असर न केवल ईरान पे बल्कि भारत के आसपास के इलाकों में, स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मोज में, तमाम तरह की चीजों में पड़ रहा है। इस पूरे मामले पे बात करने के लिए इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं इजराइल के एम्बेसडर जो कि दिल्ली में तैनात हैं। सो इट्स बीन मोर देन 2 वीक्स, द वॉर कंटिन्यूज एंड वी फील दैट इट इज स्टिल गोइंग टू कंटिन्यू फॉर अनदर फ्यू वीक्स। What do you have to say? How long this conflict is going to keep going?
As you said, we said at the outset that this may take a few weeks because we want to be sure that we can remove the existential threats against our country, the military nuclear threat and the ballistic missile threat. We want Iran to be incapable to continue supporting the proxies by exporting all these weapons of mass destruction and to be able to menace not only us, but also the region at large. So we have two outcomes here. Either the Iranians cooperate with these demands, or that we're going to exhaust the military effort until we are sure that these capabilities are degraded to the extent that makes us safe.
Can you tell us about the operations right now? Like you are you're sure about that you have neutralized the nuclear installations?
I'll give you the situation as we see it now. First of all, yes, right now the nuclear material is inaccessible for the Iranians. They are incapable of building a nuclear weapon. Of course, that can change, and we need to either take the stockpile out or continue monitoring this through intelligence, and each time that the Iranians try to reconstitute, to strike. Okay, so that's on the nuclear side. When it comes to the ballistic missile side, we have actually hit very severely their production capabilities. Their entire military industry is in shambles. They cannot produce anymore, and we have been able to degrade their launching capability. It has reduced significantly, about 70%. And we are pretty confident in the coming few days we'll be able to degrade it even more.
President Trump has asked all the friendly countries, especially the NATO countries, that they should intervene in this war. They should play a role in this, especially in the areas of Strait of Hormuz. But France and some other countries, they have clearly denied, even Japan. So what do you have to say? This tussle is going to, grow more?
Look, the repercussions on the Straits of Hormuz are now only a hint of what could happen, much more severely happen, if the Iranians would have been allowed to have these terrible weapons of mass destruction that they were planning to have. Imagine in Iran, with a nuclear arsenal and with tens of thousands of ballistic missiles, they would terrorize and extort the region much more than they did before. I remind you that before the 7th of October, Iran was controlling 4 Arab capitals. So their aspiration is to control the entire region and to decide who is going to get energy from the region, at what price, and at what time. So imagine this regime would decide when Indians can cook or when cannot they cook. This is completely unacceptable, and therefore the repercussions that we're seeing now are actually much less than what we would see in the future if the Iranians had their way. Now, I'm pretty confident that the United States and the partners of the United States will be able to resume free trade in the Strait of Hormuz because it's just a matter of will and not a matter of capability.
What kind of a role are you, especially Israel, is expecting? Because why I'm asking this question is because India shares a great relationship with Israel as well as Iran. So what kind of a role you are expecting from India, from the current regime?
Well, I think that India has an amazing role in the region to play because India is a major power that is the fastest growing economy in the world today. As you know, during the historic visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Israel, we have signed more than 17 agreements. We have upgraded this relationship to a special strategic partnership. We're going to cooperate in defense, in emerging technologies, in academy, in the financial sphere, in the infrastructure sphere, in many, many areas for the benefit of both countries. India is a force for the good. India is actually is going to become much more influential in the Gulf as a result of the trade agreements it has signed with major blocs of trade in the world. And this will happen smoothly if the region is free from this terrible Iranian shadow that is looming over the region. So by defending ourselves, what Israel actually is doing, we are also freeing the region from a threat that is undermining the lives of tens of millions of people, including millions of Indians that are living in the Gulf. We are removing a threat that is had the potential to impede prosperity in the region.
Ambassador, my last question to you is, many of the critics here in India, especially the opposition parties and the civil society, is asking that before this war started, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he was there in Israel. Your regime, Israel regime, has informed...
We have a democratic elected government. We don't have a regime. Yes.
So your government has informed Prime Minister Modi regarding this war, or he was completely unaware of it?
It was very clear that the region is volatile as a result of the actions of Iran. But we didn't know that we are going to have this operational opportunity that came only after Prime Minister Modi left. And we had, of course, to approve it. The approval of the cabinet came only 48 hours after Prime Minister Modi left. And at the end of the day, Israel is independent in the way that it conducts its military operations. And we are sure that we did it for the benefit of our security, but also, as I told you, for the benefit of the region and the world.
Ambassador, thank you for talking to us. So, कुल मिला के जो मौजूदा सिचुएशन है, जो एम्बेसडर कह रहे हैं कि युद्ध अभी आने वाले कुछ हफ्तों में और चलेगा, ताकि जो वेस्ट एशिया का रीजन है इसमें लोगों को आराम मिल सके, और ईरान की जो न्यूक्लियर इंस्टॉलेशन है उसको खत्म करना, साथ साथ वहां के रिजीम को बदलना, वहां के लोगों को प्रॉस्पेरिटी का मौका देना, ये सब इजराइल चाहता है, जिसकी वजह से युद्ध लगातार जारी है। शिवांग माथुर, TV9 भारतवर्ष, दिल्ली।